Alright, we got our 9th and final game against Joben. And this opening hand looks awful, so we're going to send it back. Okay. I think being on the draw actually helps a lot with Hobbler Barbarian because we have one extra card to work with, which is actually really beneficial. But yeah, I think we can play this Justice Sigil and discard another Justice Sigil. Yeah, especially since we're flooding out on power now. And we'll pass turn. I don't think I want to block that, in case it's like a guard dog or something. Plus, I think we can afford to, okay, Bramby's Paladin's pretty good. But I think we want to make this attack. I don't think he's going to block just because he knows we have the temper. So that's pretty free for us. We'll play this, we'll pass turn. Yeah, we're going to take a lot of damage here, but I think the Aegon's choice is going to give us some really strong options. Next turn, we'll take this. Sure, that's fine. And then we will also have the Shugo Standard on the turn after that. That's okay with me. I think I want to temper that. Uh-oh. Okay, well I guess that's where this Detain comes in. Sure. That was kind of weird. But yeah, we'll take it. And we gained 5 life, so this race is looking a lot better for us all of a sudden. Yeah, that seems okay. Taking 8 here, we'll go to 12, but we're getting 5 next turn. Yeah. I think what I want to do is... So if we play Aegon's Choice, we can do like 20 damage next turn? That seems amazing. Yeah, let's give that a shot. That seems really cool, actually. Oh, so he has one more fast spell at 1 power. Either a Finest Hour or a Sharpened Reflex. Sure. Let's block here. That's gonna be a 6/5? Sure. I think that's worth Shugo tacticking. I think I want to make a Mithril Armor right here. Yeah, that seems good. And let's do this. And just try to outrace our opponent. Cool. Here's a Grenadin drone. We'll pass turn. I think I'm okay trying to make the block if he wants to attack with the 5/5. But what I would really like to draw here is like a Into the Furnace. Because if we have an Into the Furnace, we can functionally get rid of like 4 power between the Master at Arms and... well, actually we don't need a block. That's fine. We'll say no blocks. I didn't see a fastball. Maybe there's like a tribute guy or something. But whatever. We have a 9/9 lifestealer. He's like a 5/5. Sure. That's okay. It's still like a 9/9. I don't know. This could Yeko poorly for us, but If we can draw like an Into the Furnace or something, or even like a gun down, I think we're in good shape. Sure. You gain a lot of life. Enjoy. Oh, Rotocycle's also quite good. So we'll play that, we'll pass turn. We can kind of break the board stall this way at least, just by attacking over and over again. Yeah, that's fine too, actually. I don't really mind that too much. Ooh, I do think I want to play this here, though. So, 4-3 means we hit him in 8 turns. Yeah, and he gets us in 13 turns. So, the way the clock is currently set up, we are winning this race. But that's a lot of turns. 8 turns. Anything can happen in 8 turns. Sure. We'll attack again. I think he should be attacking with this 1-1 if he's not planning to block with it. Sure. Argent Port Soldier. Pass turn. This is where I would love to see a Cloud of Ash, but we did not draft one, so no such luck. I think I want to block this. Yeah, he's probably got a Pensive Lumen or something, but... Oh, Silvering Purge Lead is also very good. Yeah, now we have to hang back, huh? I guess we could still attack. Well, maybe we'll just wait for something else to be drawn. Let's attack with this guy, actually. Yeah, that seems good. Attack with both of these? Yeah, I kind of like that. Ooh, that was surprising. I feel like you shouldn't trade away both of your flyers if you're gonna do that. Okay. Well, that was kind of a weird block on his part. I thought for sure he had something the way he was blocking. Oh my lord? That is very good. I don't know if we can beat that. Sure. Gravetender is fine as well. Shucks. I think this has to be an attack. Jeez. Premium the Great Parliament, huh? It's one heck of a way to go down. I think we gotta kill the 4-4, yeah. We're just stone cold dead to flyers, unfortunately, so we need to draw like runner into the furnace to kill both of these. Yeah, take 5, we go to 8. I will settle for a gun down at this point. Pass turn. Yep, go to 3. Sure, that's okay. That'll take us to 4, but I don't think it's going to save us. Alright. Oh, that's gross. Yeah, good play. Well played, dude. Well played. Yeah, TGP is so tough to beat, especially in Limited. Like, nothing is bigger than a 4-4 flyer. So, like, when you have 2 of them, that just becomes, like, way too much to handle. But yeah, I don't know. It's draft. You run into crazy bombs sometimes. Let's take a look at the draft, though, because I think there was a couple of interesting things going on in this draft that I didn't quite see come to fruition. Let's see. Yeah, so I thought, like, for example, Consuming Flames would be a card that would be used more often as just, like, reach or, like, removal. I think we stumbled across it a couple of times in the earlier games to sacrifice things like Grenadin drones or, like, the Grenadin tokens from Manufacture. I'm still unsure on this card's place in aggressive decks, but anything with like a lot of Grenadins in it, I think, can also play Consuming Flames to great effect. Not to mention that warping this off the top of the deck is like really, really insane value. So I think that's quite good. Let's see. A couple of cards that I thought were kind of underwhelming going into the draft that seem to have overperformed were, like, Overheat's not good. I don't think it'll ever be, but, you know, sometimes you just need a bunch of damage. If you have some unblockable guys, like a guy with lifesteal or something, or if you can pair this up with like a Finest Hour even, I think it's going to do a lot of really cool things. This is actually the first time I've played this card in a deck before, and like, I don't think it's good just because it won me a game, but like, I think it still has some merits just because, I don't know, +5/+2 is still a little bit of survivability, and then like, if you get that on like a Berserk unit or like a double damage unit, or like anything with battle skills really, you can really amplify the effect of the stat buff right there. And then of course Scout is just gravy, so. Also, Direwolf Digital is handing out premium overheats for the Malfunction of the Envoy tournament, so get those while you can. Let's see, 17 power with 1 Shugo standard, I think worked out pretty well for us. I think it was the right decision to cut Sky Crew. I don't think we ever hit 8 power once in all of our time playing this deck. Let's see, what else is there? Elder's Feather. I think this card is much better. Well, no, I think it's still good. Obviously, it's good on stuff like Crown Watch Paladin and Brightmace Paladin, but in our deck, I don't really think it was at its best. And I think without like a lifesteal guy or somebody with like quick draw, something to make it like tougher to deal with in the sky, I don't really think this card is doing quite that much. I don't remember what we gave up for it, but I remember there were some other good cards in that pack. That being said, we were kind of all over the place, so who knows? I'll have to look back at the draft video to see. Peacekeeper's Helm, predictably good. Ornate Katana, also good. There was a couple cards here I had not played before that I wanted to comment on. Oh yeah, Detain. I don't know. It's not the best trick, but it works. Like, there were multiple times with like, I think there was once with a Nocturnal Creeper and once with something else where we just like detained our opponent's unit and it just died in combat. You know, basically to the same result that like a Finest Hour would have had, or like any sort of like pump spell would have had. Obviously this isn't quite as good because you can't use it to push damage, but I think if you are playing a deck that's going to be engaging in combat, like attacking and blocking very often, this is a very serviceable trick. Not great, but it can get the job done in a pinch. And let's see, Agent's Choice. I think this card is really, really good, especially in an aggressive deck like this. I was pretty high on the card going into this, but I think the ability, just kind of seeing how it played out, to go end of turn Agent's Choice, create and draw a 4/4 Mithril Armor, then start turn, play the Mithril Armor on something and attack with it, I think that's a really, really like strong sequence to be capable of. And the fact that they made this into a fast spell is just so much better. I think it was really awful as a regular spell, but being able to do that all at fast speed is really, really great. Predictably good cards, Hoplite Barbarian, basically all of these, Grenadin, Drone, Oni Ronin, Argent Soldier, all the way down to like Brightmace Paladin are just solid Rakano cards, and I'm always happy to have them in these decks. Fevered Scout, I've heard, is quite good, and I can see why it would be, but I also don't think we really... I mean, you know, in fairness, a lot of that was my fault, because at one point I just dumped a bunch of weapons on it and watched myself get 3-for-1 with Gun Down, but I didn't really see it do anything this game. Definitely in to try it out more in the future, but, you know, here seemed a little bit underwhelming. Oni Eulogist is still bad. Don't really like this card. I didn't like Graceful Calligrapher. Ever since the nerf, I haven't really liked this card very much, and I think especially in a deck like this, it just doesn't really belong. Frontier Confessor's okay, Rotopsycho's okay. Unseen Commando, I think this card is still just bonkers. And there were several times where we just played it and it died immediately, but the card is very good. Yeah. Okay, so I think we're done here. Unfortunately, couldn't make it to the 7 wins, but 6-3 isn't too bad with how tumultuous our draft was in the beginning. I definitely thought we were going to go lower than that. Anyway, as always, thanks for watching. Let's see what we got first. Okay, we got Premium Crown Watch Paladin. Cool. Okay, as always, thanks for watching. Per usual, this is going to go up on YouTube and Reddit. You know, aiming for Wednesday morning. If it doesn't happen, I apologize. But if not, then probably within the next 24 hours after that. Feel free to leave any questions, comments, concerns, yada, yada, yada. Love to hear what you guys think, and I think there's a lot of interesting conversation to be held around, like, draft priority in particular. Like, I don't know, people focus on, like, tier lists and evaluating cards, like, in a vacuum and, like, individual, like, what's stronger than whatever, but, like, I don't know. There's a lot of discussion to be had about, like, this is what your deck looks like, this is the pick you're being offered, what do you take here? And I think that's, like, a side of draft that's just not touched on very often at all. So if you guys want to watch this draft, I'll try to put some highlights up if I have time. I'm actually really busy this week, but if you guys want to watch this draft and you have any questions or comments, or, like, any even, like, hey, I would have taken this instead of this right here, or I would have done this instead of this right here, I value this instead of this right here, I'd love to hear that, because I think, in a way, we all have a lot to learn from each other, and sort of discussing exactly what goes into these draft picks makes us all better drafters, just by having those conversations. Okay, yeah, I think I said thank you all for watching, so I will see you guys next time. Take care.